Hey guys, it's Extreme Gaming back again with another video. I'm your host, Chevy JP86, and in this video is just going to be a pickups video for the last about week and a half or so. And as you can see, I have a decent amount of stuff to go through because I've been picking up stuff like a mad whore. There's been so much stuff right now, so I'm going to show you what I got systems-wise. And I'm going to try and get through this as fast as I can. Alright, so PS2, grabbed that up for a decent price, and I don't have a PS2 Fat right now. PHAT Fat. Yeah, so grabbed that up. Really good price. I got a SP in mint shape. I got this locally off of somebody on Craigslist. Came with a few games. I'll let you guys see the games after here because I'm going to do the games separately. Mint shape. I also got a Game Boy Advanced, the original, in mint shape, off of a gentleman on Amazon. He's just launched on there, and he's an excellent dude. His name is Double Jump, and all of his items on there, he pretty much posts that they're new, or like new. And I gotta say, guys, like he's gonna be an excellent dude to deal with in the future here for me, because I haven't had as good a service from Amazon as I did there the other day. So thank you, Double Jump. The Game Boy is in excellent condition, like you'd said. And that's another thing. He's very descriptive on the items that you buy. So like if anything you want to know, he'll let you know. Whether it's a little tiny scratch on the screen or, you know, just a scuff on the actual item that you're getting, whether it be a Game Boy or a game or whatnot. Very excellent guy. I'm not sure if he does international shipping, so for all you wonderful YouTubers down in the States, just you could just ask him, because he might just do it, right? Okay, moving on. We got, I know, another N64, but it came with the expansion pack, and I got a decent deal on it. And the only reason why I got it is because of this game right here. The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask, boxed complete. The box is a little beaten up a bit, but I can deal with that, that's fine. It's got all the instruction manuals and little pamphlets that the N64 games came with back then, so I was very stoked for this. And the overall card itself is in mint shape, so I can't complain, guys. And that's the only reason why I have the N64, is because the guy wouldn't split it up. Alright. On to the next console here, we got a Model 3 Genesis, and I was super stoked to grab this. I got this off of Nog Rules. He had actually just gotten it the other day, as you could see on his recent pickups video on his page. Very stoked on this. The Model 3 doesn't play like Virtual Racing and all those other games, and it doesn't support the 32X or the Sega CD, but I mean, when you're getting a Sega Genesis, you're getting it for the games that it has on its console anyways. Unless you want the Sega CD, then you get the Model 2 or whatnot. But this is an excellent system, and I was very surprised on the actual picture of the RF out that this has. Like, I've only got RF with it. I don't have any AV output right now. It just came with RF, so no choice. But the actual image you get from the RF is decent on this console, a lot better from the Model 2 or Model 1. So they've really refined the RF. Excellent find here. Thanks, Nog Rules. Alright, and last console that I grabbed was the original Game Boy. I was super stoked on this because you just don't find an original Game Boy in the box, nonetheless, in mint shape. Not to mention the box is in mint shape. Check that out, guys. You just don't see that anymore these days. This is a 1993 model of Game Boy, which means this is all the way back in 93. And this box is in this good a condition. Couldn't believe it. So I had to grab that up. Not to mention the screen on the Game Boy itself is mint. There's no lines vertically or horizontally across it. So, through the years, the dot matrix screen itself will deteriorate. Whether it be moisture or just gameplay, whatever. It just happens, and you can get replacement parts for them, but this is mint, so I don't even have to do that. Awesome. Alright, now that we're actually on the topic of Game Boy, I've got a few original Game Boy games here, as well as some color, one color one. So here we go. Roger Rabbit. It's actually in mint shape. Not a bad little game, actually. Wario Land, in decent shape. A little bit of scuffage here and there, but it's in decent shape. I was pretty stoked to get this one because Wario Land is an awesome game. If you haven't played it, definitely check it out. I'm sure some people have some videos on YouTube here for it. Excellent game for the library for Game Boy. Got the Game & Watch Gallery 3. It's the black casing, which is an indication that it is Game Boy Color friendly, so there's going to be more colors on this cart than an original gray cart that you would get. So Gallery Game & Watch. I got Metroid 2 in mint shape. Absolutely mint shape. There's no peeling anywhere in the on the label at all, so very glad to pick that up. And this game, you don't see it every day. It's a little more rare. Mega Man Extreme. A black card again, meaning it's Game Boy Color friendly, so there's going to be more colors on this one, which is sweet. Because this is basically Mega Man X for the SNES, but on the Game Boy. It even has little cutscenes and stuff like that on it. It's pretty awesome. It was a pretty good find. You'll even notice it when you're playing. The game actually has recognizable soundtrack because it's, like I said, it's basically like the SNES version with 8-bit graphics, of course. Last but not least, Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. And this is an actual Game Boy Color cart, so I was very glad to grab that up. It's in decent condition. So that's all for my original Game Boy carts. And I got a few Game Boy Advance carts here. So I'll just show you them. We got Yoshi's Island 3. Well, actually Super Mario Advance 3. It's actually Yoshi's Island, which would be Mario, Super Mario World 2 on the SNES. And while we're on that topic, we got Super Mario Advanced, which is actually the second game in the Super Mario series. Sorry, it took me a while to get that one out. Super Mario Advanced. This is the first Mario game on the Advanced. Basically, like I said, Mario 2 Doki Doki Panic. And we got Advance Wars. RTS, basically, real-time strategy. Very excellent game. Another copy of Super Mario Advance. And last but not least, we got Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario 3. Very good game to add to the collection, so I was pretty happy about that one. Pretty much a revamped Mario 3. It's basically like Mario All-Stars, that Mario 3. So, it's pretty good. Alright, so actually I also got another N64 game, guys. This one is Zelda Ocarina of Time. I was very glad to grab this. Got it for a decent price. I had it before. You know how it goes. You trade, you grab, you trade. It happens. So I got it in the collection again. Won't be getting rid of it this time. And I got a lonely Sega game. I only found one. This one's F-15 Strike Eagle 2. It harnesses the 3D engines that the Sega has. It's very limited. It's not as good as the excuse me, the FX chip that's in there, the Mod 7 thing that they have in the SNES. But it's nonetheless very decent for a cart that came out in '93. So it's actually a flight sim. So it's very, very archaic. If you look into it, you'll see how archaic it is. Oh man, it's cold. Alright, I'll move on to some SNES games here. We got Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Very excellent game. You all know, Street Fighter fans out there like. Excellent game. I like this one over the original Street Fighter 2. Some people say I'm crazy, but others are going to agree with me. There's a lot more characters, and not to mention you can be the boss characters. So that's the one cool thing about it. Logged many hours with this after school at my friend's place or my place, whatever the case may be. Lots of hours. Alright, I grabbed up another game here called Imperium. And it's basically an over-the-top shmup, shoot 'em up, if you will. It's very, it's kind of like Ikaruga, basically. You go through levels, you take down enemies, you get power-ups and stuff like that, and you're actually a mech instead. So it's actually a decent find. I was glad I found that. I got it for really cheap too. Same with Final Fight, another excellent game and harder game to find in the SNES library. Final Fight. It's a side-scrolling beat 'em up. This game I played a lot of. It's a very very fun game. You're always beating up Mark or killing Jerry, or very common names, but these guys come up every time you punch them. Oh, there's Mark again. I hit Mark. Or there's oh hey how's it going, Jerry? Or hey there, Gerald? Or it's just hilarious. There's so many common names in this, so you pretty much refight the same enemy, but it's a very awesome game. I recommend picking it up. Mine's got a little bit of front damage there, so whatever. Nonetheless, awesome. Last SNES card I got here is Killer Instinct. It's a fighting game. I haven't played too much of this series at all, so I'm not really crazy into it. But I wanted to grab it anyways because the cart, for one, is awesome, and it's not a bad fighter. Yeah, I don't have too much to say about it, but it's not a bad fighter. I'll give it that. It's no Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter for that matter. All right, and I got a couple of PS2 games here. Star Ocean Till the End of Time. Excellent PS2 game. I couldn't fathom the concept of this even more than I have. It's just a mind-boggling PS2 game. Very very excellent RPG to add to the PS2 library. So I would say if you see this out anywhere, or if you're looking for this, or looking for RPGs in general, just for the PS2. Grab this game up because it's getting harder to find now, and for the prices that are out there, you could probably find it for anywhere from $5 to $20. That's the price range, because it varies from place to place. I got it for cheap, and it's in mint shape to boot, so very glad on that one. Also grabbed Kingdom Hearts 2. It's still a common RPG, but you don't see it that often anymore. At least in pawn shops anyways. I grabbed it up for a steal of a deal. It's in pretty decent shape. It's got the manual, and it's the black version of it, not the greatest hits, which is sweet. I've actually got the original version of this one in the box in decent condition as well, so I'm not sure what I'll do with this one. I might get rid of it, might keep it. Hard to say. But that concludes the pickups for that one. I actually got a couple of NES games as well. Gyruss. And this basically is a shmup as well. It's a different style of shoot 'em up. You actually, your ship is on the bottom of the screen, and stuff is coming at you. It's not like Star Fox or anything like that, but it's just stuff coming at you in 2D. And you got stuff that fly overhead and over in front of you that you can shoot as you're going in front. So it's that style of game. You basically make it through our solar system: Neptune, Jupiter, Venus, stuff like that, Earth. That's what it seems like anyways. It shows the very first level you go to is Neptune, so that was awesome. And then, last but not least, on the NES pickups is Arch Rivals. It's basically as it looks. It's a basketball game that you beat the living shit out of each other with. As it says right there, a basket brawl. You guys probably can't see that, but yeah, it's actually pretty fun. It's not bad. So, and that, my friend, pretty much concludes the pickups. Other than the controllers and stuff like that, I don't really have to show them off because everybody knows what controllers are like. Although the Genesis 3 controllers are a little bit different from the originals. The Genesis 3 have the start right there. It's not just one across, and then it's got mode and normal or slow. It's basically like a turbo controller. So, but it's the official Sega Genesis 3 controller. Nonetheless, that is all the pickups that I have for this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed. That'll be the last bit of pickups that I have for a while. So that is it. I am done. Thank you guys, as always, for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad that you guys like them. So anyways, that is all for my pickups video. Please rate, subscribe, whatever you like. I'm out.